Yeah, so on the face of it, tough away game, start the season against a bit of an unknown, 5 points. So we'd have taken that Saturday morning, but actually it was more than that. We were really good on Saturday in terms of the way we prepared. And the second we got there, you could tell that the lads were switched on. At one point, before we were even warming up, we looked and they were live scrummaging with like 5-10 of the forwards going on to the left. The backs were all getting through a bit of footwork and handling, so we were really well switched on, and that just went into the game. The way we defended, our spacing and the actual tackle type were really good. Low, lads were able to get their hands on the ball and slow them down, and I thought we were almost perfect on that for the first 20 minutes. And it almost went that well defensive that the lads started making bigger hits than they needed to, and that actually brought them into the game. They started offloading. Attacking wise, I thought we were sharp, a lot of line breaks. Potentially left 2 or 3 tries out there, which is a better problem to have than not creating any opportunities for scoring points. So on the whole, really happy. That said, once you get over the joy, coaches we meet, and we've still got a few bits to work on for this week, because if we compare that performance to some of the ones we were rattling off towards the back end of last season, there's still a bit of improvement in us, I think. Rounds on social media and rightly so. You made a lot of breaks on Saturday. You were really good, quick, powerful, popping up in the right positions too. And probably what that video doesn't show is at half time when he came off, he made a few breaks, and as a team we'd made a few breaks. He spoke about how rather than getting caught on your own, maybe putting a toe on it and keeping that movement going was something to consider. And obviously he nailed that skill as well in the second half. So actually it weren't just his athletic abilities, it was his knowledge of the game which kind of got him over the line in the end. Yeah, but really good. The positivity at the minute, the Hawks going away to Motown, winning 71-0 I think. Another social media moment, bringing up the 70 with Cookie slotting a touchline conversion with ease as he does, but yeah, really good performance from them. Lots of positives, and the good thing is it's not a case of Hawks and first team. There's boys playing in that Hawks team who are ready to step in come the Saturday after, and they're going to get their opportunities, and the more often they're putting results together and performances like that, it just makes it harder for us as coaches. But equally, the boys in those first team shirts know that they can't sort of rest and consider themselves inked in on a Saturday. So they did really well. They trained fantastic tonight, and another test for them at home against Weatherby will probably be a bit of a step up, so I'm sure they'll go well again. You know, the political answer would be that, oh no, do you know, it's a new season and things, but I think there's an element of it. We were embarrassed that day by Sandal. They were really good, and we just did not show up. So whilst I don't think that's at the forefront of our minds, it'd be really nice to right that wrong. We beat them at home in quite a close game just before Christmas to move in the top 4 and actually displace them from the top 4. But on Saturday, you know, you look at the first week's results, it's an opportunity. If we're switched on and raise our game the same way we did from Stockport to Kendal, if we do that again this week, it's an opportunity for us to put a real marker down and kind of erase what happened this time last year really. But the focus is on the 5 points of the performance, and then putting the record straight after that really. A surprise was maybe Ilkley York and the margin of victory, and then the reports that have come out about York looking like a cult side and being really young towards the end. That's not kind of the rumours that have been coming out from over that way. But that said, Ilkley have got a backline. If their forwards get parity, their backline will run right and they do chalk up some scores. So maybe it's not as big a surprise as it should have been. And then probably the other one was Harrogate and Middlesbrough. Not that Harrogate won, but the margin of victory. I think a team coming down against a team coming up. Most people probably had that booked in as an easy 5-pointer and a nice start to the season. What that tells us about either side, I'm not sure. It could be that Middlesbrough are really good and are going to be in that mix, or it could tell us that maybe Harrogate have possibly underestimated the quality of the league or weren't quite at the races. I guess this week's fixtures, next week's fixtures will give us a bit more of a sort of idea of who's recruited well, who's had a good pre-season, and who's going to be there or thereabouts. But there's no point writing anybody off after week 1, because if you cast your minds back, ourselves and Huddersfield lost and went on to lose again during September, but by the end of the season I think we were the 2 form teams in the league. So a bit of a cliche as they say, but nothing's won in September, but you can build momentum, which is what we'll be looking to do. Yeah, I didn't make it last year, so it's my first time going, and some of the clips that are on Instagram, Facebook and stuff, it looks like it's done really, really well. So yeah, flying back from Sandal on Saturday, and hopefully a few decent performances in store. Fraser's done it, Ferg's done his best to keep it all under wraps, so we're not sure who they're going to be, but I've heard whisperings that there's going to be a couple of interesting performances.